Hello everybody and welcome back to Sky is the Limit. I'm Deborah. Today we're going to look at a real life conversation that I had with an American friend who is teaching me her twist on bagel and lox. What is bagel and lox? I hear you say. Although the bagel is said to have originated in Poland, it has become a classic American bread because much like the hamburger, the Americans didn't invent it, they just made it famous. Bagels, because of their shape, with no beginning and no end, symbolize the eternal cycle of life. They also protect against evil spirits and bring good luck. I love this meaning. I think I'm going to eat bagels every day. Lox is basically smoked salmon. Jewish immigrants brought bagels and lox to New York in the early 20th century, and the Yiddish word for salmon, lax, became lox. Typically, bagels and lox look like this, or like this, as an open sandwich with cream cheese, smoked salmon, red onions, and capers, topped with a squeeze of lemon. In today's conversation, I'm being taught an interesting variation. So we're going to listen to the conversation. The instructions are easy to follow. Then we'll take a closer look at vocabulary and grammar. So this conversation is with an English woman, me, and an American woman. So pay attention to the different accents. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you understand the most? Let me know in the comments section below. So without further ado, let's listen to the real life conversation.
Okay. We start with the goat cheese.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it?
Yeah. I'll do it at the same time. So I guess that's what I can do. I can film my bagel.
All right. If you want, I'll just do it and then you can do it. So we start with the goat cheese.
Yeah. Spread the goat cheese.
Spread the goat cheese. Oh, so good. It's not strong. It's fresh.
Yeah.
And it's delicious.
Because when I've had salmon bagels in the past, it wasn't with goat cheese, but
Cream
like
cheese.
cream cheese. Yeah, and you start with the cream cheese.
Cream cheese is cow.
Yeah.
Goat.
Yeah.
And I have asthma.
Oh, yeah.
There's a huge difference.
No, I agree with that.
But what's happened is I love it.
Yeah.
I like it better than cream cheese.
So I have a little thing with goat's cheese. Like I said, it's a little bit strong.
The
But
next thing?
I prefer sheep's cheese.
But do they have a creamy sheep
No,
cheese?
it's usually hard cheese.
We have hard cheese. I like sheep cheese.
Yeah.
Wait till you taste this.
Okay.
You'll see. So this is
A bit of hot sauce. Okay.
So the only way with Lingham's, you never shake it.
Okay.
This is the proper way.
Yeah.
Okay. This is very hot and very delicious.
Okay.
I don't know how hot you can take. Ronald takes about twice as much as me, but this is about what I do. Chris, you're missing it.
Oh, it's quite a bit that you put on, nevertheless.
He uses twice as much. Okay. Then
Okay.
I spread
Yeah.
all out. I can't wait for you to taste this. Half the can.
Okay.
This is really taking the place of very expensive lox. And you know, it's wild.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing how far a half a can goes.
Yeah.
I mean, look. Oh,
Yeah, you were right. It's half a
no,
can.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
I probably didn't even take half. I got plenty.
Next, I'm going to say onion.
Correct. Onion. And these are sweet onions and they're fat.
Now the tomato.
Always on the top.
Tomato for me, but for you, Bob, it is.
Okay, so I think with the visual aid that you've pretty much understood the conversation. So now I'm just going to explain a couple of grammar points and some vocabulary that maybe you didn't really understand. So here we go. So in the conversation, she asked me, "Are you going to do it?" This is the future form in English, and it's the most common future form used in spoken English. So we conjugate be plus going to, that never changes, plus the base verb, so the infinitive, without to. So in the affirmative form, it would have said, you are going to do it. We conjugate be with the subject. And in the question form, well, we quite simply use the auxiliary be that's already present. We switch places with the subject you and are, so that now the sentence is in the question form. Are you going to do it? And it, of course, is the pronoun that is replaced the action of making the bagel and lox. Because again, in English, we don't have masculine or feminine. So when we replace an action, an object, or an animal where we don't know the sex with a pronoun, we use it. Next, we talked about the lox being fresh. So when we talk about food being fresh, we mean that it has recently been made and that it is not tinned or frozen. I talked about goat's cheese being strong, having a strong taste or smell. So with food, when we say that the food is strong, we mean that it has a distinctive and pungent taste or smell. It's basically smelling. Then my friend announces to her daughter, you are missing it. So this is the present continuous, be plus verb, ing, the real present that's happening now, because the action was being missed in the present now. So the real present. And again, it replaces the action of making the bagel. Nevertheless. So nevertheless has a meaning that's similar to all the same. So in the conversation, she says her husband uses twice the quantity, but she put quite a lot of hot sauce, all the same, nevertheless. Can't wait, because she said, I can't wait for you to try this. Can't wait is an expression that we use when you are very excited about something that you are eager to do or experience. So, for example, I can't wait to go on holiday. Everybody's always excited about going on holiday. Pop the can. Well, pop the can is the same as saying to open the can. Wild, so when we're talking about an animal, it's something that lives in nature. And when we're talking about food, it's something that's been grown in the natural environment. So an animal that is wild is not domesticated, and food that is wild has not been cultivated. Then we hear, it's amazing how far it goes. So she's talking about the can of lox. And when we say how far, it means to what degree, distance, or extent. So when she comments on how far it goes, she's talking about how many sandwiches you can make per tin. And then finally, we have an example of be plus going to plus verb, but I contracted, which is not really a legal correct written English contraction, but something that's very common in spoken English. So instead of saying I am going to say, we contract going to gonna. I'm gonna say. So that's it for today, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson, that you have learned something new about American food culture. And if you have any questions, then you can put your questions in the comments section below. If there's anything that you didn't understand, I will try my best to explain it to you. So thank you very much for coming, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. Bye.